So guys, reaction video ulit tayo dito sa plenary session ng Senate hearing sa patungkol sa House arrest kay former President Duterte at pagbobotohan ito ng mga senador. At ayun nga, napakinggan natin yung iba. At ito rin si Senador Erwin Tulfo ay boto rin na ipa-house arrest si former President Duterte. Ganun din ang kanyang kapatid na si Rapi Tulfo ay nag-vote din na ipa-house arrest din si former President Duterte. So pakinggan natin to mga kababayan.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, and my countrymen, this resolution will further divide our nation. But I rise to explain my vote in favor of a Senate resolution requesting the International Criminal Court to place former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte under house arrest rather than continued detention at the ICC facility in The Hague while awaiting trial for crimes against humanity. Mr. President, my decision is not a judgment of the merits of the case. The charges will be heard and decided by the proper tribunal. Rather, my vote is guided by humanitarian considerations. Former President Duterte is now 80 years old. According to reports, his health is deteriorating. Hindi po ito unang beses sa ating kasaysayan na tayo ay naging mahinahon at makatao sa dati nating mga pangulo. Noong 2001, si dating Pangulong Joseph Estrada ay pinayagang manatili sa house arrest. Ganon din po si dating Pangulong Gloria Macapagal Arroyo na pinayagan sa hospital arrest dahil sa kanyang kalagayan noon. In granting the same to former President Duterte, we are not excusing accountability, Mr. President. As a nation that values compassion and respect for human dignity, kahit pa po sa mga akusado, we must show the world that justice is not driven by vengeance, but by fairness and humanity. Hindi po natin hinihingi ni walang sala siya sa kanyang mga nagawa. Tama po, sa libo-libo nating kababayan.
Yun.
We cannot just close
Hindi
up
naman libo-libo. Grabe.
our eyes. What we want, we are simply affirming compassion without abandoning justice, Mr. President. The law must be firm, yes, but it must be also be humane. Maraming salamat po. May God bless our people and our nation. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yun, bumawi si Rapi Tulfo sa kanyang sinabing bend the law. Eto, pumabor siya sa house arrest ni former President Duterte. So ano masasabi nyo dito mga kababayan? Papakinggan pa natin yung iba.
Senator Tulfo Rafi.
Yun.
Senator Villanueva. Senator Villar Camille. Senator Villar Mark. Senator Zubiri. Senate President Soto III.
Your Honors, I am faced with two equally important issues affecting life and liberty. To afford PRRD with the optimal condition of his detention that will be beneficial for his physical and mental health, while taking into consideration the plight of the families who are seeking justice for the alleged crimes against humanity. I am supportive of any efforts to bring comfort to PRRD and to uplift his well-being during this crucial time. However, my choice or decision in my conscience might even help in further dividing the nation. Therefore, I register an abstention. Majority Leader,
Thank you, Mr. President. Maybe we also recognize Senator Cayetano. We pass it.
Senator Cayetano is
Mr.
recognized.
President, may I ask how my vote was recorded? Yeah, Sir President, may I record my vote as yes, and may I brief explanation, Mr. President?
Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, Mr. President, again, with all due respect din sa mga nagsalita before us who opposed, yung resolution po na ito, kasama lahat ng resolution po na final ng iba't ibang mga miyembro ng Senado, are within the rules of the ICC. Linawin ko po yun kasi parang sinasabi, ito yung mga president, ito yung pwede, ito hindi pwede. Galing nung research nyo, pero ang magde-decide pa rin yan ICC. At ang basehan ng decision nila ay hindi yung presidents ng ibang mga membro kasi iba-iba yung sitwasyon natin sitwasyon ng mga accused. So yung rules. Pangalawa po, lahat ng resolution na final natin kasama kay Majority Leader is consistent with each and every human rights convention that the Philippines signed. So what I want to emphasize, Mr. President, is iba ang vengeance sa justice. Ang vengeance is an emotional impulse of someone who is a victim of injustice. In Tagalog, gusto niyang gantihan. Ang justice, hustisya, ay well-defined sa international community, and I know that as a former Secretary of Foreign Affairs. At yan po ay nakatala sa ating konstitusyon, sa international conventions, sa human rights, etc., pati sa ICC. At pag ikaw ay hinuhusgahan pa lang o ikaw ay kinakasuhan pa lang, in fact, na-postpone yung yung confirmation of charges kasi tinitignan pa nga kung maiintindihan ng akusado yung i-accuse sa kanya. So, kasama lahat po dyan sa justice is hindi mo muna gagantihan siya habang siya ay innocent until proven guilty. Tignan nyo halimbawa si dating Senator Leila de Lima. Wag na yung ibang mga senador, di ba? Grabe din po ang akusasyon sa kanya, droga. Pero pumayag po lahat. Pati po ang pinakagalit sa kanya na out of humanitarian, meron siyang detention facility sa Camp Crame, no? At meron siyang cellphone at nakakapag-function pa rin siya dito. So lastly, Mr. President, I will not argue anymore whether the war on drugs was a maniac killing everyone or the war on drugs was precisely to protect the Filipinos, because replay na to Ilang beses na napaliwanag to, the facts, ilang beses na present sa international community at saka dito. Just one point, Mr. President. Nung tinignan natin yung dami na namatay nung Aquino administration, ay sing dami nung namatay nung first 2 years nung Duterte administration. Except that during the Aquino administration, through Senator De Lima, pinalitan nila yung definition ng EJK. EJK, kapag yan ay labor union, yan ay human rights leader na napatay. Pero pag ordinaryong tao na napatay, hindi EJK. Biglang pagdating ni Duterte, lahat ng patay na hindi natural causes, EJK.
na.
Pero pag kinumpare mo, there was 13 to 16,000 every year in the Aquino, and even before Aquino. So, again, Mr. President, we're not here to debate that. History will judge.
Precisely.
Our courts here, the DOJ will that. I just have to reply, Mr. President, kasi nga, it was brought up as if yun ang dinidebate natin. Ang dinidebate natin, humanitarian. Humanitarian ay walang pakialam sa feelings ng mga posibleng biktima. Kasi ang hustisya po ay bulag. Ay nakatakip po yung mata para nga walang makita, no? So even if I was a victim of a crime here, no, at masakit na makita kong magpiyansa or may house arrest yung inaakusahan ko. Kung yun ang batas at pwede, hindi po dahilan na si Alan ayaw yun. So I vote yes, Mr. President, and I thank our colleagues for putting this on the floor. Thank you, Mr. President.
If there is no objection, I will allow Senator Raffy Tulfo to vote because we gave the same we gave the same to the minority leader.
Yes, of course.
All right, Senator Raffy Tulfo, you're recognized.
Mr. President, my dear colleagues, if we will use the reason as a humanitarian, that's why we have to put the former President Rodrigo Duterte under house arrest, I will vote yes. But it should be proven na meron po siyang sakit. Kasi yun po yung lumalabas sa balita na may sakit po siya, matanda na siya, hindi siya kumakain, hindi siya nakakatulog. Then if it's true, I'll cast my vote as yes. Pero without proof na yun nga talaga ang totoong pangyari, then I will abstain. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yun, bumoto rin ng yes si Senator Raffy Tulfo. Pero sabi niya kung mapatunayan daw may sakit. Palagay ko may sakit, 80 years old na yun eh. Diba mga kababayan? So, yun. Napakinggan natin yung paliwanag ni privilege speech ni Erwin Tulfo, ni Alan Cayetano at ni Senator Raffy Tulfo. So, anong masasabi nyo dito guys? Mag-comment kayo. Pabor ba kayo sa pag-house arrest kay former President Duterte or hindi? So, sa mga basher dyan, matek. Hindi yan pabor. Pero para sa akin, pabor ako kasi matanda na si former President Duterte. Tsaka kahit pa paano, maraming nagawa yung taong yun sa Pilipinas. 'Di ba? So, yun po. Mag-comment kayo at pa-like at pa-share na din ng ating video. Maraming salamat po.